Hey guys, it is Monday night, and we're not in football season yet, so we don't get Monday Night Football yet. But I want to talk about something that's going to be a little interesting tonight, and let's talk market value. And for men and women, a lot of times this can mean different things. On the women's side, they're always telling each other, "You're a 10, you're a 10, you're a 10." Look, your women friends don't get to decide what your market value is. The market determines that value, and that market in this case is other men, and men. We decide, if you're a 10 or not. Now, flip the coin here. The same is also true in reverse. You know, Women determine if men what their market value is as well, and but unlike women, we have a lot better self awareness of what that value is. For example, the top 10% of men, they know it. They know it. It's obvious because all of the women, 80% of the women out there pursue 10% of the men. That is a verifiable fact. 80% of the women out there will give their attention to 10% of the men. This has been proven, by dating sites, for example. They've taken a look at this, and you get a group of 100 women. 80 of those women are going to swipe right on 5 of the men, or maybe 10 tops. For a man of average attractiveness, such as myself, on dating apps, we have to swipe right 200 times to get 5 matches. I'm sorry, no, let me correct that. I was correct in the first place. We have to swipe right 200 times to get 5 matches. Out of those 5 matches, 1 will result in a coffee date setup. Then, out of 5 coffee dates set up, 4 of them will ghost the man. So basically, in order for a man to go out on 1 coffee date, they have to swipe right 1,000 times. And this is because women can treat online dating apps kind of like a shopping mall. And while they're telling each other that they're perfect 10s, they are looking, shopping on dating apps as well as in real wildlife habitats for the top 10% of men. This is a thing called hypergamy, and it's actually natural. It is natural for women to seek the best man possible. And this is biologically explained by the fact that, women have 1 egg. Men, on the other hand, have got, millions and millions of sperm. And so this is how women are wired naturally. It's not a function of any sort of cultural thing. I mean, it's just kind of the way they're wired. They want to get the absolute best man possible, and they want to know it. And to that extent, they will tell each other that they're perfect 10s when they might be mid at best. And if I were to ask in a typical panel of women, do you think Lizzo is what would you rate Lizzo, for example? I'll be like, oh, she's a 10, she's a 10, she's a 10. Now, what if I turn around and went back to the same women and say, well, you look like Lizzo? Let's just say that that's not going to go down very well. I might be running for cover, and I would probably get slapped across the face a few times if I told that. So, but the market does not determine the market determines your value. Now, because men are a lot more self-aware, I can say with a straight face that I'm probably a 5 at best. And maybe if you consider my background and my accomplishments against tremendous odds, you might be able to move up to a 6. But to that woman that I think about being my ultimate match and meeting meeting that particular standard, and again, it has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with attractiveness, it has everything to do with her matching my tenacity and overcoming against tremendous obstacles at tremendous odds. To this woman, I'm going to be the gold standard, and vice versa. Because we have things that the other to offer the other that the other doesn't get in the rest of their lives. We don't get forgiveness. We don't get grace. However, we're all also people of our type are also capable of giving it more than most. So, anyhow, no, I do not have a haircut yet, and I'm going to be bluntly honest on this one. I actually have a nervous habit of picking my scalp. And so I'm trying to be disciplined right now and trying to refrain myself from doing that, because haircuts kind of hurt for me. And so in a poignant moment of honesty, I just wanted to share that, put that out there. And I'm just trying to be disciplined right now to the point where that you can heal enough to where a haircut's not going to be an ordeal for me. So, with that said, this has been a fun little conversation about market value. Men, I know you can be honest out there, feel free to share in the comments, where you see yourself and what your experience is when you've run into women who have tried to label their own market value. Appreciate the comments. An interesting comment may indeed get an episode in the future. But for now, this is it for Monday night. 1 day down, 4 days to go. And the Simpademic. This is Jason here. Peace out, homies.